Deputy Gender and Social Protection Minister Gov't says giving arms to children on the streets promotes child trafficking because people are likely to traffic and use children for arms collection as a business. The ministry has in the past removed children from the street, but there have been concerns about sustainability of the exercise as some of the children found their way back to the street. Ifwa Evans-Chinwe has more.
Despite achieving middle-income status, Ghana's children still face many challenges. The leading cause of child abandonment is poverty, and most poor families often feel that placing their children in an orphanage is the only way to ensure that such children receive proper education, food, and other essentials. Deputy Minister of Gender says 2 children whose parents cannot be found must be placed at orphanages.
Very soon we hear the ministry getting in, collaborating with some NGOs and orphanages. We have started that already. We want to start getting them off the street. And as we get them off the street, we're going to use these orphanages. Some are still functioning. Others have been even closed down for some years. But we want to use those facilities to get a temporary shelter for these children. We get social workers, we get pastors, we get imams, clinical psychologists, food and other logistics to keep them there for some time to work on their psyche.
She further stated that Ghanaians must immediately put an end to giving out monies to street children because it promotes child trafficking.
This information of the children begging on the streets, some being trafficked children, to be honest with you, we don't have the slightest, as a ministry, we don't have the slightest idea. Even though we have Secretariat for Human Trafficking, but to consider the children on the streets being trafficked children, it's news today. So now I can understand that the mothers, the supposed mothers, we see them certain idle, and the children chasing vehicles may not be their biological children, but by children that they have trafficked. We all over-exploiting ourselves, sometimes in the name of God and Allah. You know, Christians and Muslims, we like giving alms because the Bible says we should do so. I want to appeal to you, if you want to give any support to any child, look for the orphanages, go to a children's home, and whether it's your Sopho or is your Imam who has said that do Salaka, then go to a children's home and do your Salaka, but not on the street.
Platini Christian Ashagbo is the advocacy officer at All Africa, a child rights NGO. He says everybody must join the fight against child trafficking in the country.
We are working together with DSW, the Department of Children. They've been supportive all these years. We are working with social welfare. We are working with all the departments, all the institutions that are. It is not a one-man's job. That's why this is now a national issue. The public needs to know what is happening. There's always the argument that, oh, we need to give the money to the kids. It's sympathetic, it's true. But unfortunately, the people you are giving the money to are not benefiting from it. You are rather encouraging people to go and traffic other people's kids and place them into the street and make money out of them. These children end up sleeping in the streets. They don't get medical attention. Everything is just there. And they are the kids they use into robbery, as the minister said. And you know, when you look at what happened in other parts of the world, these are the kids that are easily taken into wartime, to given arms to fight. We are trying to protect them and protect ourselves. You know, because it's becoming a business. You have more and more kids coming to the street.
A trailer of investigative journalist Anas Arimyaw and Nas's latest documentary on child trafficking was aired at the event. The documentary, which will be out soon, will expose some prominent people in the child trafficking business in Ghana.
Very good points being made there, promoting child trafficking, because just it may not be the parent sitting by and asking their children to go asking for money.